What's up, guys? This is JTQ9 of LVT, and welcome back to the channel. We have got Season 48, War number 7 on our hands against Chaos. And I have got a 4-fight war for you coming up this time. And in this 4-fight war, we'll get to that. So we'll start with Kindred here. Very simple fight with Kate. Basically, start with the advanced power boost, get the cold snap on, and try to keep it up as much as possible. When he throws the SP1, or try to push him to the SP1, the idea is you want to dash. Well, I couldn't dash in there because I was rooted. But in a normal situation where that doesn't happen, you would throw the SP1 as he's kind of the first movement out where he kind of like throws his arms. You dash in and then block the, call it spirits or whatever it is he throws at you, and then you hit him right away to pause his timer so you don't get the degens on you. But anyways, he went down relatively easy as you saw, and we move on to this Sauron. I'm taking Apocalypse. The idea is to build up to a Horseman because they will need that later on in some of the fights. And the way I played this was advanced power boots. I did have full suicides on just to try to nuke it down. Also because in the other fights, I'm using Apocalypse again after this, but I'm also using a Dragon Man, who happens to be suicide friendly. So it's rare that I end up doing this, but we did switch back and forth. And God, I will love when the masteries are only 35 units to switch and have fixed things, because they're time consuming and expensive. And I was joking around about this in our LVT main chat, is that I think I've spent more on mastery switches and units in the last 7 wars than I did probably in the last 5 years at SSI, or at my old alliance. So anyways, it's just funny, just different mindsets, different strategies, and really trying to nuke down the fights as fast as possible. But as a Sauron, the idea, he was unblockable a lot of the time, so I was playing him like that. I'm very good at dexing that SP1, so nothing really to worry about as I was building up to the SP2. So same thing with this here, the Korg fight. The Thorn's damage wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be, so the idea again, build to the SP2. Ideally, throw it when the rock shields are down so it maximizes the damage, but in any case, it's a relatively simple fight, and knowing that this was the last time I was going to use it, I didn't worry about taking chip damage or recoil damage or any of that. So I am relatively max boost, and yeah, he went down relatively easy. So this Surfer fight, so this one here, there's a couple of mistakes that happened. One, I had mentioned that I changed my masteries, and I had pulled out of the wrong, an attribute point out of the wrong thing. I had only 2 in Stupefy, which means my parries weren't going to be lasting quite as long. And the strategy initially we had spoken about doing with this particular fight was to go parry heavy, build the prowess, and then throw in the SP3. But as that wasn't working, as you saw there, I was very slow on the parry heavies because, again, not having that extra time and maybe me just not being quick enough put me in a very bad spot. So I have no longer any invulnerability boost available to me, and he is an SP3, which will, from memory, likely kill me. So the strategy going in was not ideal. I should have also rushed in after the SP3 because I am both unstoppable and unblockable to try to just ground and pound, and when Dragon Man corners his opponent, he's able to do massive burst damage. I forget what it is, maybe 35% additional burst damage or something like that. But either way, that did not go well. So we calmed down a bit. We refocused. We spoke with members in our alliance about possibly changing up the strategy, resetting our masteries to still have the suicides on because of the extra damage, but really not worrying about the parry heavy so much, just trying to get him into the corner, get the SP3 off, tank a couple SP3s if you have to, and watch him kind of melt down quickly. So the big difference with this one versus the other one, like, it was such an easy fight when you're kind of going through that. So there, I rush in doing that extra burst damage, which was nice. I don't know why I stopped hitting there to allow him to throw that SP3. I was kind of slightly confused when that was actually going on, but for the most part, keeping my prowess up, I'm still at 7. And just punishing him. Again, pushing back to the SP3, and then I believe this is going to just finish him off. Or do I have to hit him again? I don't remember. I guess we'll find out. And yeah, so I will go into attack and kind of finish him off at that point. So, relatively easy fight. I was very, very, very upset that I ended up dying there, which is very unfortunate because our battle group would have posted a donut had I not died. We only died once in this war, which was good. Really happy with the battle group's performance on this one. And as an alliance, we ended up taking this one 21-5. So very, very strong showing from the group. We're really kind of getting our rhythm going, really understanding the different matchups. And that puts us to a whopping 7-0 on the season. So we're moving up the rankings very quickly. Starting off in T2 for the first 2 wars kind of keeps us a little bit behind. But you know what? We're coming up against some big alliances, and we'll see what happens. So that's 29 fights for me and 4 deaths on the season. Not happy about those deaths. Obviously, you're never happy to die, but at least it wasn't in a close war in this sense that we ended up still coming out on top pretty handily. So thank you all for tuning in, and we will catch you on the next one. Take care.